Hey everyone, this is a video tutorial on how to use the Foodstork application on Facebook. This tutorial will walk you through how to create an event and how to sign up for meals. For more information and additional tutorials, please visit us at foodstork.com. Now before we actually create a new event, I want to make sure that you enable your Foodstork email notifications. This will allow you to receive emails about any invites, swap requests, and reminders outside of this program. If you don't, you'll always have to come and visit the application and go to your Foodstork inbox to see those requests. And we don't want you to miss any opportunity to feed a need. So go ahead and enable a Foodstork email notification, please. Let's go ahead and create an event. You'll have to use the far right hand tab and click on create a new event, which will take you to a 4-step process that we see here. Step 1 is to select a recipient. And there are 2 ways to select a recipient. The first way is to select it through your existing Facebook network. To do that, you'll have to go into Find Friends, type in the name of the person, and when their headshot comes up, you can click them. Currently, our limit is 1. Now, let's say your friend is not on Facebook. That's okay. You can just put in their email address and then send an invitation. They'll need to add a new Facebook account and then install the application to participate in this application process. However, if they can't or they don't want to, that's okay. You can still coordinate an event and feed a need without them coming on board, and we'll show you how. Let's go ahead and select and send an invitation and go show you what that next step looks like. Before sending the invitation, you will get a customized area where you can add a personal message just like you can here. You add information, and then when the person receives it, they can accept, deny, or ignore. Hopefully they'll accept because they'll see the need that's being fed, which is theirs. Let's go ahead. So let's say we go ahead and send it. It will go out, and we'll go to step 2, which is event info. This is step 2. This is where you can add event information to help your recipient and participant take a look at information relevant to feeding the need. You have event title, you have the recipient, and keep in mind, if the person that you invited was through email, it will actually be a box and you'll need to put the person's name in there. You'll have event types. We went ahead and selected celebrations and pregnancy new moms, but there are a number of other ones. We have start and end times that you can set, and don't worry if you need to change them. I'll show you how to change them in the calendar section. You can add a description, a location, street, city, and town, and then your coordinator phone number. This way people can call you if they have any questions. Let's go ahead to step 3. This is step 3. This allows you to customize a little bit more how to feed a need. The first thing you can customize is the picture. I went ahead and added in a picture, but you can add up a picture up to 4 megabytes inside. You just need to make sure you certified you can use it. You upload it and it will show right here. The other section is additional areas that will help specify the needs and restrictions for the recipient. That includes food restrictions, suggested meals, and suggested restaurants. Any information you could add in here will help both the recipient receive things that are right and participants to select things that make sense. Once you're done filling out this form, let's go to the 4th step, which is inviting people. This is step 4, inviting participants. There are different ways to invite people to help feed the need. The first way is using your existing Facebook network, and there's different ways to do it. The first way is manually. You can go back and forth and select people, and then also you can type in a person's name and search that name, and when you do, all you need to do is find the right person. It comes up, you can add a personal message, and then you send it. If you want to remove it, you can remove them, and then you can also remove people who are currently on the list. Now, let's say you have people who you know who aren't on Facebook, but you think may want to participate. Well, you can do that through putting their email addresses in here separated by commas and then adding them. Keep in mind, if you invite people through email, they will need to start a new Facebook account, and then they will need to install the application. So that you can't run around on that one. So this list will always show for a coordinator or a recipient on who has come in, who has said yes, who has said no, and who is still waiting. Let's go ahead and finish this so you can actually see the finished product. This is the finished product. This is the event page that took all the information you just filled out and put it in one place for everybody to see. Let me walk you through a couple of things on this page you need to know before we go to select a meal. The first thing that you'll see is that in this section you can see photos, you can add photos, and you'll have a wall. This allows your community who have agreed to be part of this event to learn and talk to each other before, during, and after your event. The next section I want to tell you is if you are participating in multiple events, whether you're a user, a participant, a recipient, or a coordinator, you just use the drop-down button to go to the specific event page that you want to. Finally, before we go on, let me show you some of these tabs and what they mean. The first one is to view the calendar. You can view the calendar by clicking here or clicking here. You can manage invites by clicking here, and it will take you back to step 4. And if you want other people to be a co-coordinator with you, you can click here and invite them. They'll have the same access that you have to edit. If for some reason you need to cancel the event, click here. If you need to edit the event like we just did, you can click here and it'll take you all the way back to step 2. And then for some reason you need to message all participants, for example, to announce the new baby coming in, you can do it here. It's a great way to communicate. Let's go ahead and view the calendar. This is the calendar page. Let me show you a couple things before we go into the actual selection of meals. The first, if you need to change the calendar, you can just drop down and select whatever calendar you want to go to. Secondly, you see the start and the end dates. Like I mentioned before, you can change it and then set the day where you want to. When you do, you'll see the calendar right here, and all available days that are part of that will be in pink. Now you can determine what day you are on because it's in blue and it's in the middle. If you need to change the day, you just click here, and then as a coordinator you have 3 options. You can determine if there's none needed, if you want to say it's available, or put your own name in there. And if you do, you have the ability to put the specific thing you want to bring, and then you set it. Now if you are someone different coming onto this page, there is actually a swap request that comes up. And what swap request does is if you find somebody else who has a space that you probably want, you can request a swap with them, and if they agree, that space opens up and you take it out. Let me show you one more section before we finish up. If you for some reason can't deliver a meal or live far away, we wanted to give you opportunities to participate too. You can select a gift certificate of many of our participating sponsors, or even send a gift. We've given you different options, and when you do that, it actually doesn't impact the calendar. We thought that by giving them a gift certificate to a restaurant or a gift or a store, they could use it when they wanted to, and other people can fill up the spaces. It's good for you, it's good for them. And that's it for this tutorial. Make sure that you enable the Foodstork email notifications. Thanks for trying this out, and I hope you can feed a need.